up, yo? It's Samthedingus. I was in the middle of shooting a tutorial, but like about halfway through, I just totally changed what I wanted the topic of the video to be about. Because honestly, this is something I've been waiting to get to for a long time, and it's crucial to your survival, to everyone in America society, that you watch this video. Now, I don't know why I'm deliberating, because you read the title and you already know what it's about, so I won't deliberate any longer. In this here video, I'm going to show you how I work on my spinal mobility. Spinal mobility, what does that mean? Well, flexibility is a good term, but your spine is not made of muscles, it's made of bones. Lots of little bones that are all stacked on top of each other, and this is your support structure. I mean, obviously it starts from your legs and your hips, those are big anchor spots, but your spine is basically like carrying everything with you, not to mention everything important in there, nerves and whatnot. So your spine is quite important, and it's important to make sure that you protect your spine. What can you do to protect your spine, you might be wondering? Well, there's not really like too much you could do besides wear armor or something, but even that'll probably like degrade your spine over time, like crunch your back, so scratch that. What's the main thing that everyone here has in common, would you say? Everyone is probably sitting down right now, in fact, but we all spend a lot of time sitting. Us modern day society monkeys do a lot of time sitting, and you know, it really misshapes your back, and just sitting in general is not good. People lift things incorrectly. There's endless uses for having a good spine, and endless ways that people mess it up in their day-to-day life. So I think the best way to counteract any negative damage is to give positive intake. So spinal mobility, working on your flexibility, increasing the range of motion and comfortability that your spine can bend in. So practicing spinal mobility is awesome because you get to hear some sick pops and cracks, and it's like the best feeling stretches because it like gets all your diaphragm and your lungs and everything too, so it's just like it's pretty epic. Alright, so I've had a lot of fun hyping this up. Now I'm just going to show you how you can work on your spinal mobility. First, you're going to want a spot where you're not really embarrassed to be moving around kind of weird, because I know some people are like that, and I used to be like that, and I'm probably still like that. So just you're not going to be like shaking your butt or anything, not it's too risque, but you might be embarrassed, you know, because you're trying some new type of movement. You don't want to look like a beginner, like, am I doing this dance right, Grandpa? So it's very simple. Our spine can move in many directions, and so we have to move our spine in many directions in order to get it. There is like, I don't know how many vertebrae there is, maybe 30. So we got to find all sorts of ways to mix and match the crunches. You know, we can turn our spines in a lot of ways, and we can even increase what we can do with our spines by training in this manner. So first, I just like to go in every direction. Just start, what I like to do, I'll just go through the process first. From standing here, I like to start from the bottom of my spine and try and work my way up. So for starts, I'm just going to try to keep my back completely straight, and now I'm going to bend over.
It's nice, you can actually feel it like open up in your lower back when you reach down.
Kind of like if you're reaching for your toes. I like to do that first. Good, stand it up, lean back. Left and right. So, now that we've got the 4 basic directions down, we're going to move between them. Now this is the best part right here, the transition from side to side to back. Really lump over yourself, crunch it, and roll over the back like some Neo from the Matrix type shit. Oh, that is nice. Like I said, you don't even realize how badly you needed this until you do it. Now we're going to do some rotation. Just gonna move my hips. Okay, this is probably the most risque part. Just pretend your neighbors aren't watching. It's okay. Okay, now this part is where it's going to develop your connection to your body, or you're going to struggle because you don't have that yet. But here's where I like to try to keep my top half, the ones I haven't gotten to yet, stiff. And then I just try to start like moving up and up and up. So right now we're in the middle back, down here about, very low. We're going to start with rotation. Give it two pulls in each direction. One to get you there, one to send it all the way. And then you want to run through the motions again. And you'll be in a little bit different positionings because now you're in a different spot on your back. Cool. I bet I look hilarious doing this on the internet. Like a jazzercise instructor. So, repeat these patterns. Twisting, turning around. Try to move the tension up your spine. So now you're just turning your shoulders to get the very upper spine. And obviously your neck does count. So move that shit around too. Get some nice cracks. Okay. Now we're gonna... I wonder who's still watching this video. Good for you. Okay. So we're gonna run through two positions now. The arch and the C. That's the C shape, the hollow shape. Oh. And this is the arch. So we're doing like just freestanding things right now, but we haven't even gotten to like using our hands or even being on the ground. So there's a lot to cover here. I'm really gonna go over all of it though. So now we're gonna do a new branch of exercises. These are with our hands together. We're gonna run through twisting motions with our hands together. I find it gives it a whole new dimension. Turn it all to different angles, ins and outs, up tall. I'm gonna call these ones turn cuts. I'm serious about this, man. If you're following along, you're a real champ. Because who else in the game, in any game ever, has been like, okay, besides contortionists, have been like, spinal mobility is where it's at. Who else has ever said that? Okay, now this you could do with a cloth, or you could do with your own imaginary hands. Just, if you have it like a hand cloth, or like a shirt, just pull it tight, and carry that around. Turn that boy all the way around. It is really nice with the towel because like it gives you something else to pull on. But you want to get all sorts of rotation, everything you can think of. You just freeze frame these videos and pause and look at what I do. Okay, now we're going to call these ones shiver whispers. You're going to go completely on your side and try to stand it up one at a time, like a caterpillar just trying to move or something. Shiver whispers to the left. Wow, that's amazing. Shiver whispers, right? Like this probably like actually gets you like to have muscles in your spine. This is gonna be fun from the front probably. And back. Nice. Alright, if you're here, thanks for sticking with me. This video is probably going to be like 17 minutes long, at least. Because now, we're going to start the grounded exercises. Obviously there's more you could do standing, but I feel like I've given you a good rundown. Now you can try that stuff on your own. Now I'm going to show you some ground things. Now the ground, that's where spine work really shines because you can use your hands to make all sorts of torque, tension, and pull on your spine that you cannot get just from walking around standing. So I think quadruped movement is essential to spinal mobility. Let's get it. Basic stuff first. I'm going to tilt it down just to make sure, but I know GoPro has a huge field of view. I'm pretty sure that can see me no matter what. So, cat stretch. This part might be pretty risque too. Alright, now you're going to come over here, arch your back, get a little tabletop, like a banana or like a seal, a harbor seal.
Now you can also just repeat the same things basically, but grounded as you did standing. So go in every direction.
Hope you can see me.
Well, I'm actually going to stop right there and just branch it off. Now this is where it becomes awesome. If you can do a bridge stretch, that is the best spinal mobility stretch that exists. It's the Godfather, the God, the Father. It's everything, man. So a lot of this is going to be based off of the bridge stretch, but the best thing you can be doing on the ground for your spine is rolling. Like turning your head over. You'll see what I mean when I get to this, but I'm literally just going to do a freestyle from here. Just show you guys how I do it just off of feeling. And when you guys see what I do, maybe you can understand the technique that goes into it. Like how I'm just trying to get different parts, how to work for the ultimate stretch, so to speak. So I'm just going to let my mind go here. Enjoy.
Alright, now I'm going to take my socks off for this one. Simply put, I must show you the bridge stretch because everything I want to do from here on for the rest of this video involves the bridge stretch. So if you don't know what that is, you really need to know what this is, and you definitely need to start doing it. So there's things I want to explain to you as I'm doing it, but it takes a lot of time to really develop a good bridge stretch. So I don't want you to like worry too much about something that you can fix for months. But alright, to do the bridge, just get down here, and then your hands will go behind you. See that? In front, another facing the back. Perfect. You do that, and then you arch up into the bridge. Now just doing the bridge at all is good for starts. Just really try to push your spine up, try to get that nice bend, that reverse bend. But to make a good bridge, if you're going for finesse or like gymnastics form or any true bridge expertise, it would be try to get straight arms and straight legs with your hands and arms as close as possible with your shoulders over your head. That is the best way to do a bridge. Let me show you how I've been working on it. After you do that, you're going to be like, wow, that's a really great stretch. You're going to want to find a counter stretch to it.
Just bend your spine in, curl in a ball. Alright, so that is probably the best thing you can do for yourself, is just do the bridge stretch. I feel like that in itself undoes all the bad things I do to my spine, just day to day. So, only one more thing I want to show you involving the bridge. It is my favorite, like, benchmark. There's not too many goals I have for flexibility. I used to want to do the splits, but I've torn my hamstring twice. So I've been kind of slowing down on really stretching hard. But mobility is more important than ever, especially as now I'm fighting. This exercise here is a good goal because I was not able to do it at first for a long time, but then I tried doing it and I was able to do it because I just got stronger. I've been practicing things like that, you know? So you're just gonna start in a push-up, go one direction, turn over into a bridge, hold it, turn over the other way, reverse it.
Alright, I hope you stuck around to the end of this video, because who's got your back? Samthedingus does. I'm like a chiropractor. Regardless of my gloating, make sure you stretch out, stay mobile, stay swift, stay awesome. Peace and love.